What's up, my primates in prime? Back with another story time. In today's story time, I'm going to be going over my shower activities. And, some of these shower activities may seem odd or, not vanilla, but I see it as not an everyday occurrence, not like how 13-year-old me would beat my meat every single day. No, this is a, once in a while, maybe once a week type of activity that I do. Um, and it's just simple as that. And if anyone has ever done this also, make sure to reach out to me. Go in the comment section down below and say, I've done these things before. We are bound by the universe again to be somehow related. Our minds are interlinked, like some type of Elon Musk meta thing, right? We're bound, thick and thin, right? And but yeah, let's just get right on into it. All right, so there's a couple things I do in the shower for a routine, and one of those things are acting like I'm Batman, right? And it's not weird, right? But I act like I'm Batman, and I in the shower, and I curl up in a ball, or I lay down in the shower and I act like I've been beaten to a pulp by Bane or Killer Croc or someone along the lines of a villain in the Batman universe, and I act like I've just been beaten to a pulp and I can't move. My body's unrecognizable almost, and I wait for Alfred to come and heal me back to health, right? And I do that for a good, I would say, 15 minutes in the shower, and I do that a lot, right? Maybe once a week. I would like to say maybe once every 2 weeks. It just depends on if I was watching Batman the day before, or if I was in that area of on my mental capacity. It's like the same way of how someone gets horny, right? If they watch something, or if their girlfriend or significant other does something for them, they get in that mindset, right? And I'm the same way. The other thing I do as Batman is I like to put my ass cheek on the drain, right? So the water slowly but surely starts filling, and I wait for it to get right around to my cock level, and I then act like I'm Batman in a sewer system hunting Killer Croc, or the Riddler is putting me in a trap of where I'm slowly drowning, and I have to solve a riddle, and then I do that. Or if there's hair in the drain and it kind of clogs up a little bit, I act like I'm picking through the hair like it's some type of maze and riddle or something that I need to undo to see the clues that are enabled in the shower, right? And so what I'm trying to get at here is, making shower time is fun, is important, right? We gotta make it fun, guys. We gotta make it to where it's enjoyable for everyone to be in, right? Because some people don't like taking a shower. Those are kind of weirdos, but they should take a shower. And maybe, just maybe, if I can start a movement of acting like Batman in the shower, maybe other people will follow. Maybe I will be able to solve the world problem of people not showering and cleaning their asshole. And the only way to clean them at that point is with a pressure washer to the fucking cock or other body part, whether you be male or female, right? What I'm also trying to get at is just clean your fucking body. Um, Next thing I do is I crouch down to where my nutsack is basically out, and I'm crouched, and I kind of grab, looks like I'm grabbing a gun, and I sit there in the rain. I act like I'm a soldier, an American soldier in Vietnam, and I'm on post, waiting for Vietnamese soldiers to come and try and kill my platoon. That's another normal thing. That's for me. I did that at my girlfriend's house when I was taking a shower there. I did that one for 1 second. I was acting like I was a Vietnamese, or not Vietnamese soldier, an American soldier in Vietnam. Apologies. And I did that, right? And meanwhile, I could have been cleaning my ass, stuff like that, but I was acting like I was an American soldier getting rained on because it was raining in Vietnam in the 80s. Um, Next up, I do a thing called the punk rocker, and so what I do is I basically hump the air to where my nutsack and my cock, my shaft, my flaccid penis, kind of slaps up against my stomach and the ass crack, and it makes it look like it's a some punk rock teen listening to Metallica or AC/DC back in the 80s with cocaine in their system or some type of drug, maybe like mushrooms or something like that. And it's you can probably imagine what it looks like, right? You can probably imagine what it looks like by any means necessarily. So it's like that, and then there's also the windmill where you just spin like a propeller blade. Um, and then I also have the one move called the swordfish, or just the fish in general, where you just slap it side to side. That is another shower activity I do. I would say every single shower. That is more or less a routine that I do, and it makes showers more energetic because it makes it seem like I'm a 80s porn star getting ready for a shoot of getting the cock ready for the motion that is about to proceed. Um, and then I do also press my ass cheeks up against the glass window. I have a glass window for my shower, and I press my ass cheeks up against it just to see what my ass is looking like. I turn back and I look and acknowledge my work, and I critique the ass cheek print. Say, oh, that could have been a little bit more rounder in that area. Um, I take a look back and I just acknowledge it, and I'm like I'm ready for an ass shoot like Sydney Sweeney, and I'm ready for that. And where I press my nut sack and my shaft up and make a snowman or something like that, or like Squidward upside down, right? There's a lot of activities you can do in the shower in general, and I do mainly a lot of them, and not in a sexual way either, guys. It's not like in a sexual way of where it's weird. Like I look down, I'm like, oh, there's my winky doodle, and I'm gonna just start slapping it up and down. No, it's more or less just a routine and a more, I would say, like a ritual, more or less, but it's something that I do quite a lot. So yeah, that's mainly all my shower activities I do. If I come up with anything else that I do in the shower, and I'm taking a shower and I just realize I do that, I'll make a part two of this video if you guys want to see that. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And it helps out a lot. But I'll see y'all later. Bye.